Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode 3, which is called Game On. And first of all, congratulations to Power Rangers for reaching 900 episodes. I don't think there are many episodes, like TV franchises, that have that many episodes. We're not talking about One Piece anime, not about One Piece, but for having something like that, I think is a huge achievement, and I can't wait to see the 1000th episode. With that, let's just jump into it. But before we do that, if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Yeah, let's just jump straight into it. We open up at the gym, and this is where we have a tournament going on. It's called Backstreet Brawler 3, and we have two characters, Devon and Kelly. They're both using their their own avatars, or they're using one from the game. And it starts off quite interesting. You know, they're using these fighters using hardlight technology. I generally kind of thought that was just a reference to Red Dwarf. I don't think many people will get that, but I generally did laugh when it said hardlight, and I had to rewind a bit and go, did they just reference Red Dwarf? The only reason why we know this is because Nate has been talking to the mayor and saying, hey, like, you know, this is the technology. The mayor suddenly gets, like, you know, has to make a phone call, and he's like, oh, I'll be back in a bit. But at this point, Kelly has used her avatar to do a kind of 3-strike and a slash like deal. So it's twice here, twice there, and then a slash down the chest, which makes their the other person's avatar freeze, which is a glitch in the game that apparently no one knows about. Just as the kind of final blow is going to give out, Roxy and Blaze teleport in, they grab control pad from Kelly, and then they run off. Everyone kind of just disappears, they run out, and then all of a sudden the Rangers like fight loads of Tronics. They've morphed, they're fighting. Kelly and her little brother have kind of escaped. They've gone a different route, and they see Roxy and Blaze turn into Gamatron. The Rangers then all soon turn up. They've defeated all of the Tronics. They're getting ready for battle. Devon tells Nate and Steel to go after Blaze and Roxy, while the three Rangers will go after Gamatron. Now, Gamatron does something that I absolutely love, and he creates hardlight evil Rangers. I love evil Rangers. They are clones of Devon, Ravi, and Zoe, but they're a lot harder. They're not easier, but there's no kind of definition to like turn around and say who's who. They look exactly the same, and I'm guessing they have the exact same powers, because when we see Devon fight his version, he uses super speed, and therefore the other one uses super speed, and they start fighting. At the very end, the Rangers can't defeat the clones, they can't defeat Gamatron, and they can't defeat Roxy and Blaze. It seems like the bad guys have finally got a one-up on them. The Rangers then use their weapons to create a distraction, like a smoke screen, so that they can all escape. And Roxy and Blaze turn around and call them cowards. They come back here. And I generally found this funny because we know that Blaze and Roxy do the same. They teleport out and they rush away from it. And I thought that was kind of funny. Kelly kind of figures out that, you know, that she needs to kind of come forward. She needs to talk about this because it was her technology, her control pad that actually did this, and she hates it. Back at Grid Battle Force, Devon brings in his second controller that he has so that they can easily check to see if there's a way to defeat the Hardlight Rangers and Gamatron. And as they're kind of looking into it, Devon gets a phone call from the commissioner of like the championship that he was in. With this, he kind of rushes off. We go back to the gym and we find out that if Kelly doesn't have her control pad, she is not going to be able to enter the competition again for the rematch. Therefore, Devon wins. Devon turns around and gives Kelly his control pad and says, hey, I've got a spare. It's okay. You can have this one. Ben and Betty are cleaning up the mess that's been made, and Betty finds a dance program, which then creates the character of Juan, who is the dance instructor. Now, I didn't know this at the time until I saw the credits, but it is James Davis, who plays Chase in Dino Charge, is actually the dancer, and I didn't know this until the credits roll. That was kind of cool in my eye. And one thing that did kind of get on my nerves, and I think it was meant to be a comedy moment again, is Ben is kind of pushing the buttons on this dance machine, and it's making the dancer program kind of like move faster, which makes Betty kind of fall in love with him. But you kind of think that once the program was active, you just had to step back, not keep pressing buttons. I feel like this was meant to be a moment where the buttons were pressed and then Juan would just throw him out and just therefore create a funny moment. but it just, again, it didn't serve a purpose. It also feels like Ben gets jealous of this, of the kind of relationship that's now kind of forming. We now jump back to Grid Battle Force, and Nate can't figure out what's going on with the pad. He can't find any default or anything to make them win. The commander kind of walks in and says, hey, there is a girl outside that wants to talk to the Rangers. She'll only talk to the Rangers about a way to defeat this monster, or about what's been going on. So the Rangers are all morphed, they meet Kelly, and she says that she feels responsible because it was her control pad, it was her thing that happened, and she explains that there is a move, double tapping both shoulders and slashing. Devin kind of goes, oh, it's you! But in a shock, like, oh my God, rather than kind of playing it cool. And Kelly's a bit kind of confused on this one. So after all this information, the Rangers get called out to Gamatron, finding a shipment of all these control pads, and they rush off to go and defeat him. Nate and Steele rush off. I can't remember what Devin says them to do, but then Devin and the others fight their clones because Gamatron's brought them out again. They have a little bit of a fight. They use the tactic that they found. The clone Rangers stand still and they can't do anything, and the Rangers easily beat them. Boom, Gamatron is defeated as well, and a Gigadrone is sent down to the city. Now this is a different Gigadrone, because once it lands, it forms this barrier around parts of the city and starts draining the Morph X. It's, the Ultra Sword gets in and it starts draining the Morph X from that one, but the Rangers kind of defeat it really quickly. So again, there was no kind of way of saying, hey, guess what? This needs, we need to defeat this monster. So there's no point in it. So yeah, the Rangers just defeat it perfectly. We come back to the kind of rematch that's going on, but before we get to the main event, we see that Betty really wants to make the program fall in love with her by saying, hey, this is, you know, what's your favorite place to travel? What do you love? You know, what's your favorite cookie and stuff like that? And you know, she wants to make the program fall in love, but Ben's just sat there and he's looking really jealous. It's not until like the program, which is designed for it, says, hey, like, you know, I want to dance, let's do this. And Betty said no, that Ben steps up and says, look, she said no, leave it at that. And he's like, well, I've got like 1,000 dance moves, you know, what can you do? He goes, I've just got one, and turns it off. And I'm like, yes, that's a great one. But to me, I kind of thought that maybe you could have turned that program off a lot sooner, but why was Ben getting jealous? So we come to the kind of matchup again with the tournament, and basically they start fighting. Kelly's brother says, hey, are you going to use that move where you cheat and stuff like that? And she's like, no. She loses the match. Everyone cheers for Devin. And then Devin just gives her the $5,000 prize money and says, look, I don't need this, you know, you need this more than me. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. At this point, Devin's dad comes over and he's like, oh, Sonny, I'm so proud of you. But then starts kind of like coughing. And you kind of think, oh, I know what's coming next. I know what's coming next. So he kind of excuses himself. Devin says that he wants to take a selfie with everyone with his trophy, and just therefore they do it. And you kind of think that it's going to end there. But for the next 30 seconds or so, you see the mayor come out of the back of the building. He kind of falls back. Roxy and Blaze just come out of nowhere and they're like, oh, hey, you know, fancy seeing you here. And then therefore the mayor transforms into Evox. Evox then gets kind of annoyed, says like, oh, I hate being, pretending to be the Red Ranger's dad. It makes me sick, but the plan must go on, and therefore they teleport out. I just love how, in this scene, I just love how sassy Roxy is in it. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing for this. And then the episode ends right there, and it kind of leaves you wanting more. My final thoughts, I don't really have anything much to kind of add to this. It's a nice episode. For the 900th one, I think there could have been something slightly better with it, you know, something more memorable, you know, like an anniversary, but it's not that bad. The one thing that I will say is, I really wish now at New York Toy Fair they didn't reveal that, you know, Devin's dad was actually Evox, or Evox is pretending to be Devin's dad, because I think that would have been like, oh my God moment, like no one saw it coming. Even if they hid the fact that in the second episode that you saw like Devin's dad's hand, I generally kind of really wish you never saw any of that, because I think it would have given much more of a shock factor, that you'd just gone, oh my God, no. But it was kind of a nice way to kind of like make you wonder what's going on. Again, congratulations to the franchise for hitting 900 episodes. I can't wait to see the 1000th episode. I think that's gonna be kind of cool. So Ranger Nation, what are your thoughts on this? Did you like the episode? Did you not? Would you have chosen it to be better? I do like the fact that they had evil Rangers, and I think now they could use that technology to make more of them. That's it. You have the truck, you know what you can make. It'd be pretty perfect. Can you imagine like an army of perfected clone Rangers? That would be awesome. Anyway, I'm going off on topic, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. What are your thoughts on the episode? Let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, and if you like this sort of content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.